Our 2010 Texas Realtor of the Year, blessed with the power of persuasion, was destined to be in sales. Born in Texas in the 1940s, he was the youngest child in his family, the only son, with two older sisters. Whenever his sisters babysat him, rumor has it they actually had to tie him up, presumably to quell his enthusiasm for getting into trouble. Apparently, our young man was the mischievous sort, a bit of a Don Juan in kindergarten. The mother of one of his classmates came by the house one day to pick up the pony he promised her daughter. But there was only one problem. He didn't have a pony to give. Despite being a cut-up, our 2010 Texas Realtor of the Year nevertheless was an accomplished young man, a Boy Scout, just 3 merit badges shy of Eagle Scout. And as the old saying goes, some things, the really important ones, never change. That's right, our 2010 Texas Realtor of the Year is none other than John Eckstrum of Conroe. John was born January 17, 1943, to Dallas Dreyer Eckstrum and John J. Jack Eckstrum in San Antonio. His two older sisters are Jill Eckstrum Hartzheim and Mary Lee Eckstrum Dove. John is married to Alice, and they built their dream home in 1997, which they share with Tootsie Roll, their miniature schnauzer. John and Alice drew up what they wanted on a napkin in a restaurant one evening and took it to a draftsman to formalize the plans. They have 3 children and 5 grandchildren. JT, John Thomas, and his wife Lisa have 2 children, Ryan and Andy Ray. Kimberly Ann, and her husband Clay Nunn have 3 daughters, Jordan, Ashley, and Caroline. Jody completes the family with her 3 grand dogs, Kaylee, Jada, and Lucky. John grew up in San Antonio. After graduation, he attended St. Mary's University and transferred to the Commonwealth College of Science in Houston, where he graduated in 1963 with a degree in mortuary science and continues to hold funeral director and embalmer licenses. Hopefully, you won't be referred to John anytime soon for this purpose, but we're sure he'd give any of his fellow Texas Realtors a really good deal. After college, John worked at Forest Park Lawndale Funeral Home and moved to Conroe in 1964. His career in real estate began in 1966 by selling lots on the weekend. He soon left the funeral business to sell real estate full-time in the Conroe area. But all work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy. Not to worry. John's also an avid hunter. In 1972, he went on a bear hunt in Colorado. Sometime, get him to tell you the story of how they got his bear back to camp. In August 1974, he and Mario Arriaga announced the formation of First Realty of Texas. John and Mario later expanded to First Group, which handled commercial and residential real estate, as well as construction of metal buildings. For nearly 40 years, John has been actively involved in his community. In 1967, he founded the Conroe Jaycees Youth Football League, and through donations from the public, constructed the facilities on county land. John served as president of the Conroe Jaycees in 1970 and 71. He was commissioner of the Youth Football League for 10 years, ending in 1977. John served on the committee that concluded negotiations between the City of Houston and the San Jacinto River Authority to create Lake Conroe in 1971. Always respected for his wit and wisdom, John was awarded Diplomat of the Year by the Conroe-Montgomery County Chamber of Commerce. And not everyone knows this about John, but he was an organizing director of 2 National Bank charters, National Bank of Conroe and Tomball National Bank, to bring about independent and competitive banking services to those communities. John is a life member of the Montgomery County Fair Association and lifetime vice president. He served as chairman of the Youth Rodeo Committee in 1985. John's favorite pastime these days is golf. When he's not with his grandchildren, you'll find him on the fairway of April Sound Golf Course, his home away from home. He was on the Men's Association team and traveled to Pinehurst in 1997. Appointed by Governor Rick Perry in 2008, John currently serves as chairman of the Texas Real Estate Commission. He's also serving as TREC's liaison to the Real Estate Center at Texas A&M. Through the years, John has served in numerous leadership roles in the Realtor organization at local, state, and national levels. He was president of the Montgomery County Association of Realtors in 1978, was awarded Outstanding Service Award in 1980, and named Local Realtor of the Year in 1982. John is a lifetime member of the Board of Directors of the Texas Association of Realtors. He served as 2001 Chairman of the Board, 2000 Chairman-elect, and 1999 Secretary-Treasurer. He served as Region 10 Vice President and Executive Committee member for 1989-1990, and TREPAC Vice President from 1993 to 1996. And in 1995, he received the coveted Distinguished Service Award. Along the way, he served on Budget and Finance, Legislative, Political Affairs, and Strategic Planning Committees, just to name a few. On an even bigger stage, John is serving on the National Association of Realtors Board of Directors until 2012, and also serves on NAR's Public Policy and Board Jurisdiction Committees. John has contributed his insights to countless NAR committees, presidential advisory groups, and task forces for years now. John is an NAR President's Circle member and 2009 inductee into RPAC's Hall of Fame, demonstrating that he always puts his money where his mouth is when it comes to the Realtors Political Action Committee. To sum it all up, this former cut-up has done us really proud. Once again, your 2010 Texas Realtor of the Year, John Eckstrum of Conroe.